Hi, this is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Today I have creepy cute Easter bunnies. DIY number 1, Patchwork Misfits. So I have two Dollar Tree cutting boards and my Waverly black, or it's ink is the name of the color, chalk paint. And I'm going to paint both of these boards entirely black. Here's my images. Oh my god, aren't they precious? Look at, dude has a third ear. I just love it, like little Frankenstein stitched together. It cracks me up. So this is just some more of the black or ink chalk paint, and we're gonna go around with my little chip brush and blacken all the edges. This was printed on cardstock. Link for the Etsy designs will be in the description. Isn't he precious? The other one's even cuter. That third ear just tickles me. It's so cute. You know me, I gotta be weird. Here's the other one. Isn't he precious? Look at that little thing. They're so cute. So now, after I've done the edges, I'm going to go around and just lightly dry brush a little black, especially around the corners and edges on the front here. I don't want to darken it too much. And now this is a orange spice. This is a Craft Smart, I believe, came from Michael's. And it's just a regular acrylic paint. So I had to go kind of heavy for it to show up. And I'm just dry brushing that all over both of these boards here. I love these cutting boards for wall hangers. They're just so cute. They turn out really nice. I really like them. So now I've got some Mod Podge, and we're just going to spread that on the back of the image. Pay special attention to the edges and corners. That's where it tends to, for some reason, you're trying not to make a mess, and I guess subconsciously you end up with not enough glue on every time. And then you're like, the corners are popping up. So make sure you get the Mod Podge all the way to all the edges. But I don't want too much excess squeezing out all over the paint either. I don't want a Mod Podge finish. We're going to clear coat these. Isn't he cute? So now we've got both of them pasted on the boards here. And now I've got some antiquing wax. And I'm going to very lightly go over the entire image. And then I'm going to go darker around the edges. And you just, start light and keep adding. You can always add more. You can't take it away. So start out light until you get the look you want. Aren't they cute? And we're going to do the same thing to the other bunny. Precious. Thank you guys for being here with me today. Hope you're enjoying my Halloween-ster. Having a little fun with it. And I've got a little cordless drill here. And I'm going to drill 2 holes in the top, one in each corner. And I measured and marked half an inch from the top and half an inch from the side. And I should have used a drill bit a tiny bit bigger, but I have to tie a knot in the front, and I don't want it to pull through, so I don't want it too big. So I have a toothpick here. I'm sure there's something better I could have found, but I just kind of kept working it and pushing it until I could get a hold of it in the front. And then just, I'm going to trim off where I damaged the end of it. This is that chiffon ribbon. I can't remember the name of it. It's it's an orange ribbon, but it's like a burnt orange. Or I'll have the link for the chiffon ribbon in the description as well. And then we're going to push it through the back of the other hole and try to make sure that the ribbon is halfway straight. It's not all twisted up. Make sure you got it kind of in the direction you want it to go before you, pull it all the way through. It's not going to be perfect. We don't want it to be perfect. It's a rag ribbon, part of the charm here. And I pulled it all the way through to the front to give me a little extra because, like I said, I'm going to tie a knot in each one. I'm always, adding hangers. If I don't use a sawtooth, I'll add like a twine hanger, and that's all fine, but I want to do is a little something different. I mean, they're like rag dolls, I needed the ribbon to be rags. You know, I needed to go with it. And I thought of this idea. I'm like, oh man, that'd be really cute. So it worked out really well. And the drill goes through that bamboo cutting board so easily. It's not a whole, whole big thing. It took very little effort. And I just laid some ribbon on top of each other. I have that orange chiffon and like a nude color and a piece of black crocheted ribbon and a piece of black chiffon. And just stack them up on top of each other and tie a little piece of twine in the center. And that's all there is to it. And I'm going to glue these little bows to the top center. Yep, my season's coming back around. I've been out of my Halloween season, but hey, Halloween-ster, here we go. I'm ready. These little stickers, I think, came from Hobby Lobby. They're just little pink roses, and I painted them with that same burnt orange or orange spice that I used to dry brush on the boards. And yeah, they're stickers, so they will stick, but probably not for long. So I just went ahead and added some hot glue, and I'm just going to put them in the center of the bows. Do the same thing with the other one. I might go back and dry brush a little black on the top of the roses, but that's just a matter of preference. And these are done. Aren't they cute? Oh my god, they're so cute. DIY number 2. Properly Peculiar. I got this sign for $3 at Dollar General. I'm going to get some more when they go the next home sale, when they have the BOGOs, and get a couple more. And I first tried to take the paper backing off, but it was stuck to it really well. I thought, it'll probably take paint okay. So I just scuffed it really well and went in and painted it all with black chalk paint. And we're going to do some crackling. That's Elmer's glue. You saw me brushing that on there. And I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to dry the glue for, it's kind of heavy in the center. I usually say 30 seconds, but for another 10 seconds maybe, I concentrated on the center where it was thicker. And that dries the surface of the glue, so you're not mixing it. That's the thing, you don't want to mix your paint with the glue. And this is just a regular matte acrylic antique white. And you just don't press real hard or go rub it back and forth. You just kind of keep going in one direction. Or you can go different directions. Just don't go back and forth. And the thicker you put on the glue, or the thicker you put on the paint, the larger the areas between the crackles will be. And then, like, up against the frame, it was a little thinner than I'd like. It's like, it's like, I should have put a little more paint. But that's okay. And, oh, I forgot to mention, I taped off the inside wall of the frame to keep that crackle in the center. And I just dried it a little ways. I didn't, I wanted to get that tape off before it was all the way dry. I didn't want it to rip it off. So I just dried it for maybe 30 seconds to a minute and took that tape off, and now I'm going to continue to dry and watch it crackle. A nice crackle. Real nice. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention the painter's tape. That blue painter's tape is nice for projects like this. So now I'm going to do the same thing just to the front of the framed area. Or the frame, whatever you want to call it. And we're only going to dry this for about 15-20 seconds. Because it's less, when you're in a small area like that, you're going to use less glue. And you don't want to dry it too much, where it won't work. And I've got this, I think it's called Pleasant Pink. It's a very subtle pale pink. And we're going to use that. It's a folk art chalk paint, and it's gotten kind of thick, but for doing a crackle, that's a plus. It's just, it's a little harder to spread it, but if you're doing a small area, it works well. And we're gonna dry and crackle. And you'll see my image. You'll understand the addition of a little bit of pink. When you see the image, it is so cute. You thought the other bunnies were cute. This thing's gonna blow you away. So adorable. Etsy. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And yep, I need to make sure I remember to put the links. in my description. So now we've done 2 areas. We did across the top and 1 down the side, and I'm not going to show you me doing the same thing on the other two areas there. There you go. It's all dry. And there she is. Look at that little goth bunny. Isn't she so precious? Look at that thing. Little black boots and Victorian style dress. It's so cute. So I'm going to take my antiquing wax and hit those edges. Because we're going to distress this entire thing with the antiquing wax. She's so cute. Look at her eyes. I just something about her. She's so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge the entire inside area, because that'll seal down my chalk paint, and I can just place the image where I want. It's a lot easier than putting it on the back of the cardstock there. Get it in position there. And make sure we get that pressed into place. Make sure all the edges are down. This cardstock I got from Walmart has just been wonderful. I've never had a problem with it laying flat. I don't get bubbles under it. And I'm going to seal this entire thing with that clear acrylic. I got that at Hobby Lobby for $5. It's pretty good stuff. It doesn't stink as bad as the regular spray paint clear coats. And I wouldn't say do it in the house, but we've had some weather, so I have to kind of hold my projects out the door and spray it. So I've used that acrylic a couple times, but I've been sealing a lot of things with Mod Podge as well, because there's a sheet of ice on my little deck. It's been a mess. So we're going to go around and with our antiquing wax and distress heavier on the corners and edges, and go ahead and distress the rest of the piece as well. At first I was like, oh, I think I put too much, but then once it was done, it turned out really cute. But yeah, take a smaller brush to make sure you get up against the edges really well. And then we're going to go around and do the same thing to the pink. She is so cute. So cute. Yeah, these little gothic bunnies are just... The dude with the third ear, he kills me. And we're going to add a little bit of antique waxing to the side. And this is just, I just did a crisscross bow real quick, tied it with some twine. That's just some crocheted lace ribbon. And a little hot glue. And oh, this, by the way, already came with a sawtooth hanger on it, so I just roll with that. Because it was wall art, that's what you want to call it, from Dollar General. Ain't she precious? Thanks again for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed these little cuties. Oh my goodness, look how cute they are. Got him to see his third ears. Okay, I'll show up by the third ear. Oh my goodness. Thanks again. Don't forget to like and share and all the things. Bye. All right.